back at it again. It's Saturday, so y'all know the deal is we playing a little bit of Cafe Enchante for a bit of Saturday morning realness. Why not? This shit likes to go straight to that song, so I'll keep it brief. Last we played, Otome managed to open up the cafe. We got that. They had a little party. Everyone, Otome and the five gents. And then they decided with the bright idea to go to everyone's world and get to know more about each gent, each love interest. So we just finished Canis' world, Medio, the fairy world. We got to learn a little bit about Canis' deal. We met the Queen Titania, the fairy queen Titania, her consultant Venia, the other different fairies that reside. Oh shit! God, the other fairies that reside in Medio. The fact that Medio has a world tree that's connected to it. It's pretty much the lifeblood, the life tree, the world tree of Medio. And what's Canis' deal with Medio? So the queen was so elated to have different visitors from the other world that she threw a party for us. Really appreciated. Canis was like sort of standoffish, and the reason for that being is that the fairies don't like him. The other fairies don't like him because he is the fairy of death, and he just brings bad omen, ill omen to like any sort of gathering. So Titania tells Otome that Canis ends up being lonely because of that fact. And then when Otome notices that he's missing from the party, she joins him, and you know, they have a little bit of talking. We found out about the world tree and all that through the view of Medio. But the main thing is Canis, he had off his helmet, we saw his flame, right? But what Canis did was he took Otome's hand and kind of guided her hand in an area which is believed to be Canis' cheek. But Canis just tells us, I don't know if you know, like, of course I don't have a head, but I do have a face. I swear I hate this splash screen. It cuts off every 2 seconds. But yeah, Canis tells us, oh, I have a face, you do know, right? And, you know, here, just stand a little longer and feel my face, quote unquote. And it was adorable. It was a little cute, too, because, I don't know, Canis was, like, happy to have somebody so close. His flame went from green to red. And, yeah, now we're going to go a little in depth into Kaoru Rindo's world. So, and it's really our world because he's a human like Otome. So, folks, before we delve into this new chapter, let's see, right? Let us approach, shall we? We shall. As rays of morning light urge me awake, small birds sing out on the wire. It was a morning a few days after our visit to the fairy world Medio. I moved to start the day of cleaning, was in the middle of wiping the tables. Phew, that should do it. I should be able to open I should be just in time for opening at this rate. Cafes truly are so busy in the morning, but I was getting into the swing of it. Checking all the expiration dates on the food in storage the morning opening. Gathering all the trash from the day before and rushing out to throw it all away. And on weekdays, receiving deliveries from vendors. When you think about what needs to be done to open shop, you just begin to wake earlier. It was a huge difference from living at home, where I always sleep to the last minute. Still, even though I make everything look nice, it's not like any new customers will come by, which is horseshit. Dropping my shoulders with a listless smile. Oh my god. Speaking of, y'all, I need to get my coffee in. But dropping my shoulders and with a listless smile, I wring my towel and kept cleaning. Well, that's not important anyway. Okay, once I'm done here, I need to clean the storefront and water the plants. Since Kaoru has those flowers he's been growing in the backyard garden, I wonder if decorating with those would be fun. He does like gardening. I cleaned for another 5 minutes or so. I finished polishing the tables, enough to pat myself on the back for it. So shiny. With some time to spare, I continued my cleaning frenzy to the far room. It wasn't used very much, but that's no excuse to be lazy about cleaning it. It still needed to be done. Okay, Otome, I'm here for a cleaning queen. I mean, here is the other entrance to Enchante. It hasn't ceased to amaze me. Ooh, we saw the night version, so this is the day version of Medio. It's really pretty. The scene I saw only a week before, it was all still burned into my vision. Oh, excuse me. Yggdrasil, literally a giant tree that covered an entire world. A world that quickly waltzed through the 4 seasons. A world of fairies. And also the fairy queen Titania and Veneer. What? The name is Venia, unless I was high or something. But they said Venia, Vennia. Who the fuck is Veneer? Yeah, they need to get this person's name right. And Veneer, who serves at her side. Thinking back to that day, we walked across that world. My hand slowly comes to my chest. The homes of everyone here, worlds of... Oh my god, excuse me. Worlds of yawns. Fairies, demons, beasts, and the heavens. Beyond this door, there are so many worlds to see. I want to go to them. Honestly, I can feel the desire within me. Okay, bitch. I stand a adventure-seeking queen, even though you almost died in Medio. Okay. Going to the fairy world and taking just a glimpse of all its wondrous sights probably triggered this feeling. The charm of another world, with things unbelievable in my normal life, was pounding at my chest. Unseen worlds, unseen sights, and the people I've yet to meet. By making new acquaintances one after another. Oh, yeah, I should have slept in more. And if those people would come to Enchante, I'm sure that would be a marvelous thing. A place for someone to be, huh? This place I already call my own, Enchante. If this cafe could be a place like for them, for me and everyone else, I'd be happy if it could be for others too. And for that to happen, yeah, I've got to do my best. First, I have to be an amazing owner, one step at a time. Urging myself onward, I turn away from the gate and begin walking away. Oop. Child? Feeling like I heard something, I turn back and listen carefully. But I didn't hear any noise after that. And instead...
あれ今日はお出迎えのサービス付き
Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Mazier, who just happened to arrive, gave a pleasant smile. Oh, welcome. I guess I just imagined that. No, girl. I heard it too. Also, another thing, y'all. When traveling to the world of Medio, Otome was hearing that weird crap and she got separated from everyone else. So that noise she heard is plaguing her. It was a really peculiar sound though.
そこのかわいいマスターさん、一応の開店時間までもう時間ないけど大丈夫
You're right. That's right. I didn't have time to just stand there. I tie up my apron and walk off, pumping myself up. Alright, I'll do my best today too. Gonna get to 5 figures in sales. Bitch, wow, ain't nobody coming to this place.
私たちがメディオを訪れてからもう4日、5日、1週間ですか。
Yes, but it doesn't feel like that much time has really passed. I can still remember everything that happened there so clearly. How the seasons had changed and...
あれは実に見事でした。試しに SNS にアップしたところ、閲覧数が大変なことになりましたよ。
The hell? You posted it? What an alternate world looked like?
それでか。帰ってから延々と林道に説教食らってたのは。
うちの天使様はどこまでも人間界に毒されてるな。
A simple black coffee, carbonated until bubbly, with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. Ooh, shit, that sounds good. Coffee float, a menu item with ice cream floating on coffee. For fans of sweets, the bitter coffee and the sweet ice cream is a perfect match. I mean, I have, like, I'm lactose intolerant, but I have, like, non-dairy ice cream. That sounds really good for dessert. Black coffee, ice cream. It'll taste like, you know, the sweetened cream ice cream, or sweetened cream coffee that I usually drink. And then I actually wanted to try fizzy coffee. Like, I'd make it myself. Because I don't think they make fizzy coffee already made. But that's should be easy to do. You know, you just have either espresso. I keep wanting to fix my mouth and say espresso. You have an espresso shot and you just dilute it with sparkling water. Bro, that sounds really good. Real talk. The three of them talk amongst themselves while taking sips of their drinks. It seems that they were excited about visiting a non-human world as if it were their first time.
いや、けど 別の世界って感覚久々だったよ。人間界に初めて来た時もそうだったけど、
なんつうか当たり前にてめえらの顔見てるせいか、そいつの世界に行くとか考えたこともなかったからな。
Ignis talking that shit. But it's like, you know you want to go. Stop fucking around. Stop lying to yourself. The time came when I normally want to close the morning menu. The regulars were talking with excitement about menu throughout the morning. You can understand how ill feels. It was definitely a sight you'd want to share with other people.
その通りです。私は人間らしい行為をしたまで、つまり無罪ということですね。
Well,
まあとりあえずそこは大丈夫でしょう。ここは異世界ですとかコメントしたわけじゃないし。それでさ、ことね、実際どうだった？こことは違う世界に行ってみての感想。
Mizir blindsided me with his question. Il and Ignis both turned their faces toward me, waiting for my reply, and a silence falls over the cafe. Let me think. Of course, I'd even doubted their entire existence at first. Then it was scary. But coming back here after visiting one, if I were put it into a single word, I think it was fun. Traveling to an alternate world. What I saw and touched, what I heard and felt. I would have never come across these things if I continued my old lifestyle. So, if it's possible, I want to tell the old me who thought my old work was the only life I could possibly have. Maybe you don't have to go to another world, but there are so many things you could change if you just lift up your head. Aww. I let out my feelings after thinking over it thoroughly. And I'm Enchante's owner now. This time we only went to Kaoru's world, but being able to learn a bit more about everyone like this makes me happy. Mizir gently smiles as I answered him.
そっか。君にとって今回のことがプラスに働いたなら何よりだ。君たちも現マスターがより俺たちに関心を持ってくれて嬉しいんじゃない？
Ignis looks a bit off to the side as Il smiles as he usually does.
まあなんだ、少しはアンシャンテのマスターっぽいんじゃねえの。
This child just want to keep forcing the idea out of his head, like, I will never fall in love with this chick. No, 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 no. Like, you don't want to learn about me. No, just get. Oh, Ignis. Oh, bless your heart, sweetheart.
これも愛につながる一歩なのでしょう。やはり互いを知ることは重要なのですね。
Yes, Bill, I agree. I looked on as everyone chattered away happily, my face loosening into a smile. This is really nice. I felt like this sight had become natural to see for me. I don't know why I got that jumbled up. Although unfortunately, Hannes and Mr. Rindo weren't there. But even with demons, angels, or humans, everyone gathered here in peace. Carrying over more coffee, I joined from time to time in conversation. I'm sure that this is what Enchante was really supposed to look like. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I'm sure it was what Grandpa saw that made him smile. Grandpa, I'm sure he wanted to see this sight forever and ever. bit saddened by the thought. I closed my eyes. Excuse me. Just then, what disturbed the silence was the sound of the doorbell from the rear entrance. Thomas! Oh, welcome!
おう、リンド。ちょうど今、あの首なし鉄仮面の。
What? Who the fuck are you?
首なし鉄仮面
Huh? Ooh, God, Ignis, sweetheart, what is that face? As everyone turned around, the clamorous activity came to a sudden halt. He found us out. We gotta kill him. Everyone turned their gaze. These days, the only regular that would be using the rear entrance would be Mr. Rindo. Oh, really? Or so I thought. But standing there wasn't the usual Mr. Rindo that we all knew. It was a much younger boy. Who are you?
どちら様ってお客様のつもりだけど
A little boy? This sounds like a grown damn man.
この店営業してんだよね表看板出てたけど
Wait. How? Oh, I guess like the front deters normal folks from wanting to come in. So Rindo comes in through the rear entrance as he knows about it, whatever. But okay, then what do we call? I guess that's the side entrance. My bad. I thought that was like somebody coming through the door. The crazy door. Of course. Welcome. My heart was jumping around so much that I almost forgot to show him the seat. Them three dudes are like, Glancing at me, the boy sits at the counter and opens a menu.
じゃあこのアイスコーヒーの M サイズ
Okay, kid. I mean, if you got the palate for it, why not? But basically, that's what I get. Iced coffee. Hit me up with that iced coffee. Oh, please let me know if you have any preferences to how it's brewed.
よくわかんないしお任せで
Huh? Understood. Please wait just a moment. Oh God, a new customer! I, of course, was warned that this would be possible. How can this be? It's true that delivery trucks and public service people can get to the cafe.
何
Why are you looking so mean, though? Oh no, it's nothing. My behavior came out as nothing else but awkward to this unforeseen circumstance. Meanwhile, I looked over to see if Mizir and the others were just as taken aback as I was. Well, yeah, I should have guessed as much. This looks like he's gonna beat the shit out of this poor child. There's our smiling demon lord, that and the fallen angel, or in the relaxed fallen angel, as normal as can be. Ignis seemed like the only one who was a bit nervous, just like me. That stance looks like nerves. That looks like he wants to fight. He wants to throw bowls. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was glancing at the new customers back time to time.
偶然の来店でしょうか。であれば数年ぶりの出来事ですが。
Oh my. Of course this happens when I take over.
前回はああそうだそうだ四天王がどうのこうのって女の子だいやー自分で言うのもなんだけどアンシャンテの即席結界はあらが多いね
I mean, you shouldn't have a barrier to begin with, but that's just me. I'm, you know, that's what I'm thinking.
笑って済ませていいのかよそれ。とりあえず普通の客ってんなら夫がすぐに帰るだろ。
The fact that my regulars talk just like normal without lowering their voices at me filled me with fear. Fortunately, he was fiddling with his phone and didn't seem to notice the conversation between the regulars. Although, what are you looking at, kid? You look like the dine and dash type person. I hope I'm wrong. He's staring at me really, really hard. Now that I think about it, I've always been preparing to just get the cafe open. I have no idea how to do customer service. What? You ain't never worked no job that, like, in your teenage years, you know, like part-time customer service? Girl, it's really easy though. It's like, come on, Katone. Damn. Anyway, I just have to not be rude, pretty much. Be quick and service with a smile. Here's your iced coffee.
どうも
I was complimenting myself on the inside for not spilling anything. I finally realized I finally realized that was just how nervous I was. I like how she stutters even in her damn narration. So, when a new customer comes in and sits at the counter, am I supposed to talk with him? You can. No, but it's possible they'd feel I'm just bothering them. I know you did not just make that noise out loud. With my hands open, I went to wash some dishes, and while I was frowning at myself, letting out a small groan.
Yeah, 隣いいかな
I wonder if this kid's gonna pick up like anything wrong with Mizir. Oh no. He wouldn't, because Mizir has that whatever Decepticon magic on, whatever, I don't know what the hell it's called. Before I knew it, our demon lord sat in the seat right next to the boy.
まあ
Well, he already sat there, so it's like it doesn't matter what you say.
ありがとうマスターブレンドコーヒーちょうだい
Okay, I'll bring it out right away. What is Mizir doing? Yeah, what are you doing? You trying to scare this child off? I just hope he doesn't say anything weird. And just right as I think that.
それで君は人間に見えるけど実はそうじゃないってタイプ
What the fuck? Why would you ask him that?
は
The young boy's confusion spills out, and rightly in shout. How are you gonna call this boy? Are you not a human? Ah! What made that seem like 100 times more intense was probably my own feeling. Ignis seemed to share my sentiment. Oh God, Ignis, please, no. We are in dire times. I don't need you coughing out loud. Everybody's all high strung. Please cover your mouth or go home. His gasping and coughing made it all the way here to the counter from his seat. Hey, Mizir. I tried to cut him off, but Mizir gave me a quick wink suggesting he had it all under control. He's gonna try to drive this child out of here.
お兄さん見た目もあれだけど中身もやばい感じの人なの
Okay, so this Mizir, if Mizir has his magic on, then this kid could be not human. But if Mizir doesn't have his magic on, then yeah, it's one of those caught with their tail between their legs or something like that.
まあやばいかやばくないかで言うとめちゃくちゃやばいね。なんたって俺魔王様だから。そういう意味で君もやばい存在じゃないのかな。
Chad, what the fuck? Okay, he's probably not human then.
急に気温が下がりましたね。冷房でも入れたのでしょうか。
は？冷房なんざ。うわ、なんだ、足元なんかめっちゃ冷てえぞ。
What's happening? Il and Ignis seem to be making a fuss. But for now, I should just stop the water I was running and go over and listen to what Mizir is talking about. I was taken aback by my realization. The water, it stopped. Or actually... What? What's going on? The entire faucet's just... frozen? Oh, he's not human. God damn it.
なるほど。君ってさ、もしかして。
That moment. What's his deal? Is he a ghost or something? Cause like the thing with freezing, or he could be like using ice magic or some shit. I don't know. This is one of those visual novels. But he could either be a ghost or whatever, I don't know. Or like a spirit, because you know how like when spirits inhabit an area, it gets colder, it gets supernaturally colder for no reason. The small boy slapped a 1,000-yen bill onto the counter and ran out the cafe. Oh, well, at least he's not a dine and dasher. Huh? Thank you. But what about your change, girl? He's long gone. Finders keepers.
あらら、せっかくの人外同士仲良くしようと思ったのに。
Mizir, you scared that poor child. What's wrong with you? Stretching out the wrinkled bill, Mizir rests his chin on his hand. A non-human? It wouldn't surprise me.
そういう時、本当に普通のお客さんが入る場合もあるから、資格を含めてきちんとマスター修行をするのは無駄にはならないよ。
But what are those requirements?
まあその辺は別の機会にでも説明するよ。とりあえず現に君はリンド、その他 GPM とか来店できてるでしょ。
That's right. After we reopened, Mizir explained to me more about how the other customers could get into the cafe through the barrier. And that was 1. By just knowing of Enchante's existence, its name, address, and heading to it. I mean, that's how I get here. I just use a map app. That's how deliveries and other services can get here too. 2. That you're a non-human with powers that outdo even Mizir's and Il's own. It seemed like that boy just happened to come by and come in. I think the first condition wouldn't apply here. So then I'd have no idea by just looking at him. The second option seemed the one. So he was another non-human? He was one too?
そうだね。この辺の飲み物とか、あとはその水道とか、意図的じゃないにせよ、彼の力が原因かな。
He could be like, I guess, a cryomancer or whatever. I don't know. Mizir picks up the iced coffee that was completely frozen solid and flips it over upside down. Wow.
来店した時、なんかモヤモヤしたものを背負ってるなとは思ってたけど、彼、半分半分ってとこなんだろうね。
Oh, you know something? His power, the boy that just ran in here, his power must be something if it was able to make Ignis freeze. But then again, Ignis wasn't using his power, so I mean, Ignis should be able to like counter that effect. Although I still had questions toward Mizir's vague explanation. The first thing I needed to point out was, you acted like you wanted to be friendly, but it didn't look that way at all. A demon lord can't come up and start messing with a kid who looks like he's in school. I decided to caution Mizir in his overly aggressive interaction.
あれ、俺そんなに感じ悪かった？すっごいフレンドリーににこやか爽やか営業スマイルのつもりで。
I mean, I'm kind of with Katone on this. Like, I see your heart was in the right place, but yeah, you confronting that kid.
いやいや、控えめに言っても貴様人間ではないが、化けの皮を剥いでやろうって聞こえたぞ。
私も右に同じです。
あれ、そんなつもりはなかったんだけどな。魔王様、ちょこっとショック。
That said, the curtain closed on the panic brought by the sudden visitor, ending with the visitor leaving on his own. Aw, we scaring new customers away. Yeah, okay. Don't worry so much, Mom. It's okay. I'm doing all right here. I feel like this is worth much more than the work that I was doing before. And Grandpa's friends are helping me out. And the customers that come in here are good people? Huh? Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, I'll come by when things settle down. I'm working now, so I'll call you later, Phew. Ugh. Just kidding, she didn't say that. Sorry for the wait. It was just after 5 in the afternoon. Around this time when the sun's... Well, I totally skipped the word. Around this time when the setting sun's rays come through the cafe, and all the regulars are about doing their own thing. I drop my head with Canis and Mr. Rindo sitting at the counter and get back to work. Or I droop, excuse me, I can't read. I missed you too.
構わぬとも。あなたの家族からの連絡だろう。
Yeah. It's been about 4 months now since leaving home. Just a call to check if I'm doing okay over here.
離れて暮らす一人娘か。親御さんは心配だろうね。人外のことを伏せてるんでしょ？
Well, for now I just avoid it. But I feel I need to I'll need to tell them the truth at some point. I'm sure my mom and dad would make a fuss. I think it's okay to leave it for now.
まあ喫茶店経営だけならまだしも、男が複数人宿を借りることもあるっていうのは伏せておきたいよね。
Indeed so.
なぜだ？
Oh goodness, you're so innocent. Oh, sweet Jesus. I don't want to explain this to you.
アンシャンテに宿泊する際、 我らは特に問題を起こしてはいないと思うが。
The armor-clad knight disputes the point, shaking the head he didn't have side to side. Looking away from where I thought his face would be, I muttered quietly. You know, I'm sure no one's really conscious about it, but I am a girl. Well, you just now figuring that out? And Canis, you all are men.
つまり
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Bless your heart. That means, you know, it'd be easy for my folks to misunderstand. I can't tell you any more than that because this is a T-rated game. Oh my God. Oh, help me, Jesus. I have to explain it. Mr. Rindo, stop laughing and help me.
でもそこがわからないからこそカヌスらしくていいと思うんだけどな。
I'm glad you find this funny, Kaoru. In any case, we end our conversation and I take their orders. Okay, Canis, you want a fruit smoothie? And Mr. Rindo, an Americano. Nice. American. It's supposed to be Americano, but whatever. American. Short for American coffee. Made by running plenty of hot water through lightly roasted beans, giving it a refreshing taste. It's usually like, is it an espresso? I don't know why the fuck I keep fixing my mouth to say espresso. Y'all know I mean espresso, okay? But it's usually an espresso shot, and then like you dilute the hell out of it. That's what I understand from. I guess you could say I order Americano, like, cause that's all. Yeah, it's black coffee basically, but it's just black coffee. Like you could have a hot Americano or iced Americano. I particularly have grown to like iced Americanos. The Americano might take a bit more time. Is that okay?
もちろん。この時間のお客さんは僕たちだけみたいだしね。
I'm glad you're very understanding. That's what you want, Katone. You want a understanding customer. Understanding regular customer. Those are the best types of customers.